Your liver is the only organ in your body capable of complete regeneration. You can cut away 75% of it and it will grow back. But there is a silent modern epidemic that is disabling this superpower: fatty liver disease. Most people believe that liver damage is reserved for heavy drinkers, but the terrifying truth of 2026 is that sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and processed carbohydrates are destroying livers faster than alcohol ever did. After the age of 40, your metabolism slows down, and your liver becomes the primary dumping ground for excess energy. It starts to suffocate in fat, and the worst part? It doesn't have pain receptors. It won't hurt until it's nearly too late. However, your liver is a master communicator. It sends signals to your skin, your eyes, and even your feet. Today, we are decoding the 10 silent warning signs that your liver is full of fat. If you have sign number 4, your liver is already under massive stress. Let's find out if your internal filter is crying for help. The most common sign of a fatty liver isn't something you feel. It's something you see in the mirror. Have you noticed a stubborn, protruding belly that feels firm rather than soft? This is often called a liver gut. When your liver is overloaded with fat, it runs out of storage space. It begins to spill that fat into the space surrounding your internal organs. This is visceral fat. Unlike regular fat under the skin, visceral fat is metabolically active and dangerous. If you are over 40 and your waistline is expanding despite a decent diet, your liver is likely overflowing. It's not just a weight issue, it's a storage failure. Even though the liver doesn't have pain nerves, the sac surrounding it, the capsule, does. When your liver becomes fatty, it physically expands and swells. This enlargement puts pressure on the surrounding tissues. Do you feel a dull ache, a sense of fullness, or a heavy sensation just under your right rib cage? Sometimes this pain even radiates to your right shoulder blade. Many people mistake this for muscle strain or indigestion. But if that fullness persists after meals, it's a sign that your liver is physically struggling for space inside your chest cavity. Look closely at your chest, neck, and shoulders. Do you see tiny, red, spider-like veins just under the surface of your skin? These are called spider angiomas. Your liver is responsible for breaking down excess hormones, specifically estrogen. When the liver is clogged with fat, it can no longer regulate estrogen properly. High levels of estrogen cause your small blood vessels to dilate and spiral, creating these spider-like marks. This isn't just a skin blemish, it's a sign that your liver's chemical factory is failing to clear out hormonal waste. This is the check your palms hook we discussed. Open your hands and look at the fleshy parts under your thumb and pinky. Are they unusually red or blotchy? This is a clinical sign known as Palmar erythema. Much like the spider veins, this redness is caused by dilated capillaries due to hormonal imbalances, specifically high estrogen and a change in the way your liver handles blood flow. If your palms are chronically red and feel slightly warm to the touch, your liver is sending a visual SOS that its filtration system is overwhelmed. This is perhaps the most famous sign, but in the early stages of fatty liver, it is very subtle. You need to look in a bright, natural light. Are the whites of your eyes starting to look slightly yellow or muddy? This yellow tint comes from a substance called bilirubin. Usually, your liver captures bilirubin from old red blood cells and processes it. But a fatty, inflamed liver becomes leaky and inefficient. Bilirubin builds up in the blood and eventually settles in the tissues, with the eyes being the first place it becomes visible. If you see yellow, your liver is no longer filtering the rust out of your blood. Are your socks leaving deep indentations in your ankles at the end of the day? This fluid buildup is called edema. Your liver produces a vital protein called albumin. Albumin acts like a magnet, keeping fluid inside your blood vessels. When your liver is replaced by fat, its ability to produce protein drops. Without enough albumin, water leaks out of your veins and into your legs and feet. If you have both a protruding belly and swollen ankles, it is a classic liver heart sign that your internal pressure is dangerously high. Do you feel exhausted all day, but then find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m.? This is a classic symptom of a struggling liver. The liver is responsible for storing and releasing glucose for energy, A fatty liver becomes insulin resistant, meaning it can't manage your energy levels properly. Furthermore, a clogged liver fails to filter out toxins like ammonia. When ammonia reaches the brain, it disrupts your circadian rhythm. You feel tired but wired. If your sleep schedule is a mess and you have zero energy after 40, your liver may be toxic. This isn't a surface itch like a mosquito bite. This is an itch that feels like it's under the skin, often on the palms of your hands or the soles of your feet. The liver produces bile to help you digest fats. When the liver is full of fat, the bile flow gets backed up. These bile salts eventually leak into the bloodstream and settle under the skin, irritating the nerve endings. If you find yourself scratching your skin constantly but there's no rash or visible reason, your liver is likely backing up its waste products into your blood. Again, we look at the waste products. Bile is what gives your stool its brown color. If your liver is fatty and the bile isn't flowing, your stools may look pale, clay-colored, or even gray. Conversely, that stuck bilirubin we mentioned earlier has to go somewhere. If the liver can't process it into the gut, the kidneys try to filter it out. This results in urine that looks dark, like tea or orange juice, no matter how much water you drink. If your bathroom visits are showing these color changes, your internal plumbing is in serious trouble. Have you noticed mysterious bruises on your arms or legs that you can't explain? Or maybe your gums bleed every time you brush your teeth? Your liver is the factory that produces clotting factors, the proteins that allow your blood to clot after an injury. A liver that is busy dealing with fat and inflammation stops prioritizing these proteins. As a result, your blood becomes thinner and you bruise from the slightest touch. This is a sign that the liver's manufacturing plant is shutting down. The good news is that fatty liver, unlike cirrhosis, is almost always reversible. Your liver wants to heal. You just have to give it the tools. Cut the fructose. Sugar and fruit juices go straight to the liver to be turned into fat. Stop the fuel and you stop the fat. Intermittent fasting. Giving your liver 16 to 18 hours without food allows it to switch from storage mode to burn mode. Cruciferous power, broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts contain sulforaphane, which helps the liver detoxify itself. Conclusion: your liver is your body's silent guardian. It takes the hits so you don't have to. If you've noticed these 10 signs, it's time to pay the debt back. Subscribe to Silent Health Signals as we continue to decode the messages your body is sending you. Comment below, "I am healing my liver," if you are ready to start today. Thanks for watching and stay healthy.